Well, hi guys, I'm my Nikola. Some of you guys have been following me, you know this is my favorite wheel right now. I just continue to love it. But I'm out here approaching my mountain proving grounds. It's time to do Overheat Hill with the Nikola. It's a beautiful day for that. At least for my body. It's not sunny. I'd say it's in the low 70s, probably more or less close to the temperature that I ran the last test here with the KS18XL. The second time I did the Overheat Hill test, and in that case it didn't overheat, but it got within a degree or two of overheating once I got to the top. So we'll get to see how this guy performs. By the way, I just discovered another nice feature of having the Bluetooth speakers on the Nikola, or any wheel actually. But I'm going to use it for the first time on the Nikola. And let's get this wheel over the skate. So my phone is connected to the wheel right now, and of course I'm running Wheel Log, favorite app of all time, Android app for wheels, with my Pebble watch. And I use a current alarm. I use 90 amps for all my Got Wheel King Song wheels, and it just tells me when I'm stressing out the wheel, and that the 90 amp value is just arrived at empirically, experimentation. It's not a perfect, but it seems to be a pretty good number. One of the guys didn't use the correct number. He had like 120 amp, and he burned up one of his wheels on one of these hills that we're going to be riding today, because he set the amperage too high, and so he didn't realize the stress he was putting the motor under. But anyway, with that current alarm, normally I hear it, or I feel it on my hand through the Pebble watch. But with the Bluetooth enabled on the wheel, I also hear a beep, which previously would be on my phone. But now, so as I ride up these hills, you're going to hear, every time you hear a beeping coming from the wheel, you know, a tone beep, not the overspeed beep, but you'll be able to tell. Well, every time you hear that, that means there's 90 amps is being pulsed through the motor, and it's being stressed. Anyway, so here's the first hill. It's kind of a baby hill, but it kind of tests everything, gives me a feel for the power. Now that's interesting. First interesting observation. I've never heard or felt so much vibration before on a wheel. Very interesting. Huh. I'm not sure what it's telling me right now, but I guess it's telling me that this motor on the Nikola is really chewing through the amps when you're stressing it. Of going up a steep hill. But other than that, I will say going up that initial hill, beautiful. Lots of power. It definitely has more low-end torque than the MSX, that's for sure. And I would say it feels better than the KS18XL. I haven't been on this trail for some weeks now. It looks like they came through here. Last time I came through here, I had shot a video. I think I was diving through plants which were taller than me. And you can see they've all been removed. Looks like they brought something through here and cut everything down. But man, they really chewed up the trail. I love that audio alarm. Now I strictly don't even have to have my Pebble watch on to be able to monitor my currents. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, most of my wheels don't have Bluetooth audio. But it's particularly good for the video here, so you guys can really get a sense of how much energy I'm consuming on these hills. Man, they've really chewed up this, whatever machinery they brought up here. Ah, man. Whew. I gotta say, I love this tire, man. It just cruises through this crappy trail condition beautifully. That's what I love about this Nikola. I tell you, it's nice like the MSX with the tire, but it feels so much personal than the MSX, just because, you know, it's just some word I'm using to describe it, but it's just more it's smaller, so it feels like you have just better control. But gobs of power. The torque is beautiful. And I guess that torque is coming at the expense of lots of current pumping through this motor. This is definitely more than I've ever felt with other wheels. It's not a problem, I guess, but I guess it's a drain on the battery, and this is where you hope the MOSFETs that they're using are up to the task. We're getting back close to the top. I'm at 47 degrees C, by the way, temperature. So that's nice. Whew. So 47 degrees. So So I'd say the board's keeping nice and cool, because that is a stressful hill, and as you could tell with all those alarms going off. All right, so I'll be riding to the first really stressful hill, one that I've some wheels have burned up on, and I rode down the Z10 on that hill. So I will see you in a little bit when I get to that hill. Okay, we're here at the first tough hill. This is not as high as long as Overheat Hill, but it does have some sections which are steeper. So it's a good first test of the wheel. This gives me a feel for how it's going to handle Overheat Hill. I suspect I'm going to be hearing this 90 amp alarm a lot more. But here we go. Okay, first hill done. It's a little disconcerting, all the ampere alarms going off compared to what I'm used to. Let's just hope the electronics can handle it. But boy, the wheel has lots of power, that's for sure. Here we go. Here's the tough hill. We're 41 degrees C, by the way. .42 degrees C. .42 degrees C. Man. Whew. 44 degrees. Now 43 degrees. Yeah, baby. Loving this wheel. Man, it's a cool running wheel. I can't believe it. 45 degrees C now. Always gets a little warmer after it's running, but after I've stopped climbing. But wow, this baby is not going to overheat on Overheat Hill, I can tell you that. The only thing that might happen is I'll blow a MOSFET. I'm joking. Please, golly, don't burn up on me. It's not going to overheat though. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Oh, so much power, and I don't know, that's the kind of feeling right now, like definitely better than MSX. I would probably the MCM5 and then this now, I would say. I'm really impressed. I can just imagine it's just pulling a lot of amps, but I guess that's why it's got a lot of low speed torque. After all, torque requires power, so maybe that's just why it's drawing lots of current. So my only concern is about the electronics. Hopefully Galway built solid electronics, and after today I'll feel confident in taking it anywhere I want. All right, I will see you next at Overheat Hill. Okay, I'm at Overheat Hill, and the wheel is at 40 degrees C. That seems to be where it likes to hang out. And let's see how it goes. Listen for the amp alarms, and I'll read off the temperature. "40 degrees C. Still 40 degrees C. "42 degrees. Lots of power. "43 degrees. Man, this is a cool running wheel. "46 degrees. Well, not a good sign, guys. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. This really sucks. Whew. Well, I guess I'll find out when I get home if it happens to not turn back on. Well, it turned on, but it's not balancing. So looks like I fried the control board. So this is what I was afraid of when I said earlier that that with all the ampere alarms I was getting, a lot more than I was getting in any other wheels. I was hoping that the electronics were up for it. I'll give you a post-mortem later, but I'm going to guess the MOSFET. I blew a MOSFET. So all you guys out there that said, and again, this is subject to change once I open the wheel, but all you guys that said that they got where you really made a mistake by going with smaller MOSFETs, you're right. They really screwed up, man. Looks like I'm not going to have a Nikola to ride for a while, but I'm doing this all for you guys. Now you know, don't buy the Nikola if you're going to ride hills. don't buy it. Don't buy this version. I think the Plus version apparently has the bigger MOSFETs. I can smell burnt. At least I'm at the top of the hill, so I'll be able to wheel it down and call my wife. All right, guys. Nikola fails Overheat Hill. I gotta say it was pretty. The temperature on the board was 50. It's right now. It's like 50 degrees C. So it didn't overheat. It's just the MOSFETs blew. Oh well. Fortunately, I have a few more wheels to use. I'm really disappointed. All right. See you guys later. Well, I'm back and recovered from the travails of bringing this beast down the mountain. That was not fun, guys. The wheel is locked up, not free turning, which is to be expected when you fry a board. And the trolley handle sucks for if you need to, you know, wheel like a dead wheel. If the wheel is spinning, it kind of works, but it was not. So in this, the trolley handle doesn't lock. If it had locked, it would have been a little easier, I think. So I was beat, man. Because even though it was cloudy, it's kind of humid in Southern California right now. And and there's a little bit of elevation there too. Thank God it wasn't sunny, because I would have had a heat stroke. I had to carry this a little bit up a incline for a little while, and that wiped me out. I'm still recovering from this chest cold I got a couple weeks ago. So I can't turn the wheel off, which kind of expected. I think it was beeping when you last heard it up in the hills, and then it stopped. I thought I turned it on, turned it off, but anyway, you can see this light. That's the only thing happening right now. This is flashing. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like a burned out bulb in an old movie of a deserted town or something, where it's just can you hear this? Pulsating? I don't know what that's about. I gotta get the right Allen wrench. So, I'm obviously disappointed. The reel was running so cool, and it has so much power. It was just, but in hindsight, all those power surges going on, that beep beep, you can hear it. I've never heard that on any other wheel. Any wheel that I've been monitoring currents. So I guess that should have warned me, but I was on the ride and I thought, what am I going to do? Stop right now and call it a failure? That no, the wheel can't go up the hill. I'm just going to play it conservative. We'll see. I'm going to see. Probably won't be possible, but I'm going to see if maybe by chance one of the plus control boards might fit in here, which apparently has the bigger MOSFETs. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's see what this guy looks like inside. hopefully I have all the screws out. Oh, it's pretty clean looking inside. So first thing is I want to disconnect the battery. Okay. Let me get a closer look in here for you guys. Okay, so I'm looking. I don't see any indications of melting wires. So that's good. Good sign. That means the motor is most likely in good condition. Leave it to Galway to have the funkiest. I mean, why they can't spend a little more engineering money to come up with a better, like, look how they're mounting this how they're retaining the control board in the slot. They just have a screw and a washer just pressing against it. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I guess it works, but that's crap. No way. Why can't they spend just a little more money and come up with a bracket that holds it proper instead of this crappy solution? I'd use stronger language, but it's kind of not my style. So I'll let you imagine. And then here also, this, which I recall seeing this by one of the previous videos. Got way. Oh well. It makes for entertainment anyway. What can I do but laugh, right? What's the alternative? The thing is, the wheel just rides. I just love the way it rides. It's really a beautiful wheel. You think there will ever be a day that they actually manufacture it to, like, you know, King Song standards? I guess I'm trying to not undo everything, but I guess I'm going to have to cut some ties. Trying to see what burned where. Nothing obvious at the top of the board. Okay, let me take it a little bit more apart. Probably have to take the board off and flip it. Okay, everything unscrewed. What's that look like, guys? Something's burnt. I tell you though, it's a nice big heat sink, and Some of the King Song wheels don't, they just have a flat plate. Got what uses this fin design, which I think really helps to distribute the heat, because definitely the wheel is running cool. Oh yeah. That's nice and good. Let's see. Okay, so two of the MOSFETs, you know, they all have 3 leads, right? Well, 2 of them only have 1 lead. The other ones are vaporized. Let me see, get you a closer view here. All right, well, hopefully you can see that. This guy and this guy are fried. Who knows what kind of stress these other ones took. Oh, Gotway, will you ever learn? You had such a beautiful design with the MSX. Those beefy MOSFETs. Oh well. Alright, there you have, guys. Well, I guess I'll be without a Nikola for a few weeks, but I'll survive. I have more wheels. It was interesting. I'm going to, probably it's not going to work, but again, I'm going to see if I can get the board for the plus wheel. If there's a version, an 84 volt version of this board with the bigger MOSFETs, I'm going to try and get it. If not, I can live with these. I'll just never be able to ride the wheel in you know, really tough conditions. I'll have to kind of make sure I monitor the current if I'm ever riding in hills or visiting San Francisco. Otherwise, I still love the Nikola. I know, what's wrong with me, right? But it's a beautiful riding wheel. All right, hope this was interesting, and I'll see you later. Bye.